There's a voice in me. That song cheer you up, Judy?
Every time you play, it's good for me.
You recognize that one?
Sir, is this another Bieber song?
No, it's not. What are you talking about? It's one of your favorite TV theme songs of all time.
Ours is a little
Yes,
peppy.
we're gonna get to that.
Now
Hold on, we'll get to
I was
that.
like, it's Canadian. I was like, it sounds Canadian. Oh, you're singing it a little bit
See, the
slower.
American audience go, I don't. That might be a Bieber song. I'm not sure. It's on the B side.
Bieber's going to cover this now, just to make my life difficult. Yeah, it's a little bit faster, but yes.
All right, that's how it goes.
Littlest hobo.
Yeah.
Yes.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Come On, Get Happy Hour. I need my co-pilot, my partner in crime, Judy Sketch Lewinson. It's had a rough week, so we're trying to cheer her up.
Hey, everybody.
This week was the coolest TV theme songs. So she chimed in with that song I never heard of before. It's
the Littlest Hobo.
Wherever Canada is. I'm not even sure where Canada is, but
top of the world, Ma. We're at top of the world.
What's up, Sketch?
I'm good. Like you said, some challenging things, but this is a challenging time. And one thing that we do over here is focus on the fun, and I am happy to be back. How are you doing?
I'm good. I'm just going to look at some of the suggestions here. Mm-hmm. So each week I try to do a little fun category, let people chime in a little bit. And this week I was like, what's the coolest TV theme songs?
And as soon as you posted, asked me that, it totally made my smile. Like, it fixed my day. Because it is like every time I get on a plane, I sing that song. Every time I just want to go somewhere, I sing that song. It's just it's a happy song.
And especially, what's funny is like songs from our childhood pop up. Not songs now that are theme songs for shows, but for me, it was like 5 songs right off the bat that were like, oh, I was 10 years old. I should have been doing my homework. Instead, I was watching the, Good Times or whatever it was.
Good Times.
That's so I put a fun little top 10 list. I put on Facebook, like some of your, people's favorites. I got everything from Sanford and Son, Dallas, Beretta, some song called Littlest Hobo, Maybe Tomorrow. I don't know.
It's the greatest song in the world. Maybe tomorrow I want to settle down. Until tomorrow I'll just keep moving on.
Thank you, Judy.
It's great. It's I think Littlest Hobo would be for Americans and those around the world
like John Denver or something singing it.
Yeah, it's a little bit of a John Denver-ish type song, but the show itself, I guess the closest would be Lassie, would be the dog you guys had that kind of saved people.
Oh, yeah.
Right? So Littlest Hobo traveled from town to town and just solved mysteries and murders, and he was super awesome. Never overstayed his welcome and was always up for adventure.
My daughter would like that show.
It
reminded me of
she
the
would.
Show.
She would.
She would, yeah. She loves animals and sappy stuff like that. But it reminded me of a show when I was at like 5, 6 years old. And a show called Kung Fu with David Carradine.
Right, yeah.
And he would travel from town to town. He was like a peaceful warrior. I think he was looking for his brother.
Mm-hmm.
He would have flashbacks of his sensei saying, "Take the pebble from my hand, grasshopper."
Oh, nice. Nice.
And he wasn't even Asian, by the way. He wasn't even
right, because
a Chinaman. They called him a Chinaman.
Yeah, those things didn't matter back then.
I think he's from Fresno. I'm not sure. I'm pretty sure.
Something like that.
He spoke slowly, and that's how he would, not with the Chinese accent, but
no, he just spoke like very methodically.
Speak.
Didn't he speak like that in real life, though?
Pass. Like you said, we're both nice people. People mess with you this past week. I'm there. I'm going to come up to Canada, open to Canada. Hillbilly Whoop Ass for you, Sketch.
Right. I appreciate it. Bring the beer.
Right. So I looked up I Googled a couple of coolest theme songs, and there were some songs like MASH and all these theme songs. Like, no, man, those aren't fun. I like fun party theme songs. A couple, by the way, that were in the top 10 of a lot of lists, I immediately excluded because they were already songs. You know what I mean?
Oh, right. People just put them as their theme songs. Yeah.
Like the Friends theme song, already a song.
Yeah.
Golden Girls, already a song.
Oh, was it? I didn't know that.
Yeah, Golden Girls. How's it go? Anyway,
you got a friend in me or something. You are my friend.
You got a friend in me. Is that it?
No, that's a different one.
Oh, well, anyway, yeah, that one too. Randy Newman.
Yeah.
But honorable mentions that I
songwriter.
thought super cool: Flintstones, Jeffersons, and Andy Griffith.
Andy Griffith.
Those are all cool. But I'm gonna bust out this top 10 real quick here.
Okay.
Number 10, Stevie D and JudiLew. I'm gonna say this is both of our lists, by the way.
Okay.
Top 10 list of
if it goes left, that's Stevie's portion.
All right, here we go. Number 10, the Munsters theme song. Number 9, Beverly Hillbillies. Gonna tell y'all a story about a man. Everybody knows all the words to every one of these songs. Addams Family. Except there's no words. Cool. Very cool. I think Pharrell did the version in the movie version, the newest.
Okay.
This one's a jam. Good times.
Good
Anytime
times.
you need a favor.
Yeah.
That was a jam.
Yeah.
Gilligan's Island. Sherwood Schwartz.
Mm-hmm.
You know the story Gilligan's Island? Like, he was pitching the show the next day. He didn't have a theme song.
No.
So he stayed up that night, and Sherwood Schwartz, the creator of the show, wrote the theme song.
Nice.
3-hour tour jam.
Nice.
Oh, this is a jam right here. Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
In West Philadelphia, born and raised on the playground is where I spend most of my days.
That's it. That's it. Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. Number 4, one of my favorites. A Canadian wrote this song. I'm going to see if you know who wrote it.
Mm-hmm.
Different Strokes.
Is that Paul Schaefer?
This man, he has a famous son that's a pop star.
Oh, Thicke.
Yes.
Alan Thicke wrote it. Yeah.
Alan Thicke.
Yeah, Paul Schaefer's the other famous Canadian that, if people don't realize, he was David Letterman's guy for the band. But he's written some songs too. Yeah.
Paul Schaefer.
That's what I thought at first. But yeah.
He may have written more theme songs than anybody in history.
Alan Thicke? Oh, yeah.
Facts of Life, Different Strokes, I think Jeopardy.
Yep.
But yeah, Alan Thicke, he wrote so many songs. He was married to Gloria Loring, who's also a singer, and Robin Thicke's parents.
Yeah.
I'm gonna spread a little bit of tabloid gossip here.
Okay.
So back in the day, I lived with, my roommate was a Miss Georgia beauty queen. Alan Thicke was the MC of the Miss USA pageant. So you can Google this on National Enquirer. They were on the cover. They were having a little something on the DL.
Oh.
And Alan was living with another famous actress at the time. I may or may not divulge, depending on how much moonshine I drink during the show. I may tell you what that was. But he had 2 boys. One was Robin Thicke. And Alan would call our apartment. Of course, we had one phone. We didn't have cell phones. I remember answering the phone. He'd say, "Hi, how are you? Is blah, blah, blah in, please?" That's Dr. Jason Weaver or Seaver, whatever his name is.
Right. Jason Seaver.
From Growing Pains. Jason Seaver, I think.
Yeah, Jason Seaver. Yeah.
Jason Seaver.
Yeah.
Speaking of, did you see my meme about Pepe Le Pew?
I think I did. It was about canceling someone else.
They canceled Pepe Le Pew. I said, well, y'all over here whining about Pepe Le Pew.
Oh, yes, I did see
we left out a kid named Boner. That's from Growing Pains.
Yeah.
All right. So here we go. That was Different Strokes, number 4. Number 3, Sanford and Son.
Interesting that you just mentioned Alan Thicke, who is Robin Thicke's son. I have a mashup of Sanford and Son with Robin Thicke's song.
No.
The one that got him in all sorts of trouble and then ended his career.
Blurred Lines?
Yes.
Because he did an interview saying, I want to copy Got to Give It Up. And we want to make that song just like that. And then they made the song just like that.
And says tweaking it just enough to be like, oh, it's the same vibe, but not the same song.
And the family went into court and said, here's the interview where he said he wanted.
Yeah. That's why you must mind your words, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah. Think before you talk.
Thank you. Thank you. My wife tells me that all the time. So a little composer you may have heard of on that song named Quincy Jones. Number 2, one of my favorites, Dukes of Hazzard, Just a Good Old Boy. Waylon Jennings, they only showed his hands. They didn't show Waylon Jennings' face.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
They couldn't afford all the Waylon, just his hands. I'm rocking the Waylon belt buckle tonight.
Okay, there you go.
And my personal favorite, the Jeffersons.
Ah, 'cause we're moving on up to the east side.
That's it.
The deluxe apartment in the sky.
That's the jam. Fish don't fry in the kitchen.
Yeah, fish don't fry in the kitchen.
Not my kitchen. What?
The other song I would add to that.
All right.
I mean, obviously, The Jeffersons is number one, but in the list somewhere, the theme from Knight Rider.
You know what? That was on a lot of lists. How'd that go?
Yeah. And then Busta Rhymes actually sampled it and turned it into a song. So that's kind of a way of a theme song going the other direction to become an actual song.
That's why you and I, being DJs, we could do this for hours and hours. And,
right.
You know,
that's a whole other show, ladies and gentlemen, possibly coming.
Piece of Kevin Bacon. You name a song, and we'll tell you.
Yeah, thread it all together.
That's like Mission Impossible, Hawaii Five-0, all these instrumentals that were badass too.
Yeah.
You know, dun, 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 60s and had that Wipeout feel.
Oh, well, what about Wipeout? Wipeout.
Yeah, all of those instrumentals also need their own category.
Yeah.
Mission Impossible, I think they still use the same theme song today. So. Anyway, the bottom line is none of them were as good as The Littlest Hobo.
I'm so glad that you said that because I would hate to have to remind you. But
unfortunately, that's a Canadian show and it was excluded. But we've had a bad week. Number one.
All good. It's all good. You know what else is all good? Is the show we have coming up tonight. Who is on the schedule? So tonight we got two of my homies from back in the day, both blown up. You know, luckily they still talk to me. And you will know both of these gentlemen. My first buddy from back in the day, I call him DP. We'll bring him on in just a second. Look at that handsome devil. He says, I try to look young. I work out, I moisturize, I put on a book bag right there. Dwayne Perkins coming up just a second. Yes. Also, this dude right here. He really blowed up. From Scream, from a Jamie Kennedy experience, from a million other movies, Three Kings. We're going to go into all that. Yeah. Kennedy. He's a funny one too. I like him. I like both of them. I am ready. You ready? DJ, I'm kicking an old school tape like I always do. Yes. Turn on some music and let's get started. Let's do this. All right. Coming up, one of my homies from back in the day. He's always killing it. A lady named Aisha Tyler and I always called him DP. You've seen him on Conan. He had a regular reoccurring little piece on Leno. Give it up for my man, Dwayne Perkins. What's up, DP?
What's up, man? How you doing? Good to see you.
Playing a little I'll Be Sure back here.
Oh, nice. Which I'll Be Sure? You got to get off on your own, girl? Is that the one?
I'm not your lover if I'm not your friend.
Oh, that's my joint too, though. Yeah, that's my joint.
See, DP, we get sidetracked talking about Rob Bass and all that, so I try to get him going.
Right. And I forgot you and Aisha definitely gave me that name, that nickname. Now it's like it kind of stuck. A lot of people call me that. DP. I think I stole it from her. Nice. Yeah. That's the homie. She's cool, man. Back in the day, Miyagi, she would pop in, and Mitch Mulaney, we'd all hit the clubs. After we told a couple of jokes, we go up in the clubs. Right, exactly. Either that or IHOP, you know what I mean, or Denny's. So depending. We ended up there eventually. She did my book jacket. She did a little thing for me on my book jacket, which was cool. Is that right? That's dope. I didn't know that. I gotta cop that, man. That's amazing. And you got two books. You got one up on me, but I got a new one coming out, so I'm trying to catch up. Nice. Yeah. One is called Hot Chocolate for the Mind. That is just a collection of like humorous essays. You know, so that's just a bunch of funny essays about different things that have happened to me. It's not like linear in terms of timeline or anything. Yeah. But and then the other one is actually a novel called Zombie Run that I wrote with my good friend Koji Sakai. And it's about a love story in the post-apocalyptic world. Two human beings who live amongst zombies find each other, and then you got to read it to see what happens after that. Yeah. Zombies are the jam right now, so props for tapping into that zombie thing. Right. Exactly. My book is like what you did. I took like stream of consciousness. I think of something, wasn't necessarily chronological order, but I'm like, oh shit, that's a funny story. And my brain is so scattered, I couldn't really, do an arc like I should have done. But right.
But I remember Hot Chocolate from the Mind. That did well. I remember when I had you on my vodcast, you came in and you're
It's like an extension of my comedy, like things that, as a comic, you can't bring everything to the stage. You can, but like there's a laughs per minute. There's sort of like a rhythm that you have to, there's some things that kind of like cool, but you can't bring it to the stage. It's just not long enough it's not short enough or concentrated enough. So but when people read the essays, I've been told a lot that they it's like they can hear my voice, and it's not an audio thing. So that's kind of a good thing, I think. Yes.
That's a compliment when people read your book and they feel like they can see it and they can hear your voice telling this story.
Right. Exactly.
That is the coolest.
Yeah.
I've done that. I've taken like a bit and then I'm like, oh, you don't know the whole story. That's a snippet of the story.
Right. Exactly. It's sort of like, because the stage, especially when we were coming up, you might be doing comedy in a place where everyone's drinking or people eating chicken fingers, ordering drinks. The attention span isn't there for anything too long. You know what I mean? But if someone's reading a book, it's like they're saying, "Hey, you got me. I'm here." You know what I mean?
I'm in bed. I'm on the plane, wherever I am.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah, I find like on stage, I feel like, especially when we were coming up and if we were doing Miyagi's or Laugh Factory, wherever, like I didn't have the career where I can go, I'm gonna tell you this 15, 20-minute story.
Right.
And you're gonna be with me.
Right.
You just chill.
Right.
I'll get to the funny shit, or
right.
But I always felt like, oh, I gotta bring it.
Absolutely, especially those days, because like you said, if Mitch Mulaney's dropping by, Aisha Tyler's dropping by, you know what I mean? If Dane Cook is dropping by, there's a bar set for rhythm and laughs. And I mean, I hats off to the guys who can do that. I've seen guys who aren't famous who have that ability to just be like meander and, hey, maybe this will get funny, maybe this won't. And it takes a certain amount of courage to do that,
I think you have that, because I watch a lot of your stuff, and I was revisiting some of your stuff last night. I love so many of your bits, the Huffy, the names, the funny names, and your family. And I'm like, you're just so composed, man. You're just chill.
I try. Yes, I try. I don't rush, but at the same time, I know that, and there's a clock in my head. So, I can stretch it out a bit, but at some point there's got to be a payoff,
Yeah.
But that's because, I have the benefit of being from New York, but doing comedy in Boston. In Boston people, they're like a mile a minute. But I lived in that environment, but I didn't adopt that style. Like it influenced me, but I didn't completely adopt it. So I kind of melded that with my sensibilities,
Those guys are all tweaking. That's why.
Right.
I think it was Bruce Fine. Someone gave me a documentary about the Boston comics.
Right.
Lenny Clark and all those guys are all just.
Yeah, and
crazy.
Definitely. Yeah, what's weird is that I think for us, there's been booms in comedy, and I literally started comedy after the boom. You know what I mean?
I think I did too.
And those guys were in the boom. The first boom was in the 80s, and then what happened was people who owned it kind of got saturated. It was on TV too much.
Yeah.
And then people who owned restaurants and bars, they figured they could get just as much money doing Joey and Maria's wedding type shows.
Yeah.
So they kind of pivoted to that, but in the heyday, these guys they were young and making more money than they knew what to do with, just doing comedy.
Yeah.
Even Boston, they would tell me they were two clubs within a block of each other, and guys would just go back and forth doing 6 sets a night at 3 sets at each one.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and making good money. And a lot of that money, for some, a lot of that money did go up the nose.
Yeah. Did you start making money in comedy, or did you have a gig before that you had to kind of say, I'm going to take a chance over here, this comedy might not pay off?
Right. I had a gig in Boston. That's why I moved there. And I probably didn't start doing paid gigs until I got some paid gigs right away, actually, probably within a year, but to say I'm a professional comic, maybe 2 or 3 years, maybe 3 years.
Uh-huh.
And then, I had a gig all while I lived in Boston. I had a day job. And then when I moved to LA, I didn't have a day job anymore. But the weird thing, I remember being in Boston and this comic named Jim McHugh, who's a hilarious comic. One of the fastest comics I know in terms of like on stage riffing with people. He's amazing. And he runs the Boston Comedy Festival as well. So I saw him and we went back at a Comedy Connection. And he was like, "Oh man, you should come open for me in Canada." And I was like, "Oh, bet, that's great." And I literally like, this is the calendar days. So I pulled out my calendar and I started
day planner.
I started putting the dates in. And then I was like, wait a second, I actually have a full-time job. I can't do any of this. And the fact that I forgot my job, it's like unfortunate, like in the movies where like if a guy meets a really hot chick and he like just for a second forgets he's married, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It was that kind of vibe.
He's like, wait, I can't go. I have kids and
right.
We're not going to Vegas tonight. Just remember.
Yeah, and that kind of like set me off to knowing, oh, maybe I should make the transition because it was so I just felt like I was already a comic and he was going to take me to like, at that point I had never been to Canada and I was like so stoked, but I had a full-time job at the time. So and then I came to LA.
So you went for
school. No. I didn't quit my job. I told them no. And then the best thing is that the first time I did Conan, I still had a job. And I was at my desk. I was doing IT stuff, and I was at my desk when I got the call that I was going to do Conan. So it was like it was just a nice moment, you know. I didn't tell anybody.
Where'd you do the showcase?
Improv. No, I was in Boston at the time. So what happened was, well, I did the Chicago Comedy Festival, right? That was the first year they had it. This is going back now, 99, 2000. I did the Chicago Comedy Festival and they saw me there, but I didn't talk to them. The very next night, there was a scheduled showcase at the Comedy Studio in Boston. It was at the restaurant called the Hong Kong. And they saw me there. So they were like, oh, so they walked up to me, the guy who did the booking at the time. And he said, he's like, oh, we saw you last night. His name was Frank. He's like, we saw you last night. You were great. So I was like, okay, Frank and Paula. So that just kind of relaxed me. And it was good times.
So was that your first big gig, like TV?
Yeah, it's my first TV gig. Yeah. And it's weird. I got bumped the first time because Adam Sandler and not Adam Sandler and the guy from the Worldwide Wrestling Foundation,
Jim McMahon.
McMahon. Yeah, I was gonna say they went long, so I got bumped the first time. But they sent me and my family to eat in New York City to this Thai restaurant.
Oh, cool. Okay.
And because we didn't drink, you know, I mean, like pretty much my brothers, my sisters, my mom, maybe even my stepdad, I can't remember. But the next day they were like, "Oh, you guys, the bill wasn't even that much because we didn't go crazy with drinking."
You still had credit.
Yeah, right. And then about another 2 weeks after, maybe within a month, I did it again. I actually did it and got on, and I went second, not last. I guess I wanted to make sure I didn't get bumped.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
So they sent you home that night. They're like, "Sorry, we'll rebook you."
Right.
It's not like a booking for the next night. Like you go home, go back to the day job.
Right. You tell all these people
at your office are like, "Sure, you're on."
Right. And then what happens is from that point on, you don't tell people until you finish the set. So like, you know, I've done Conan, like I've done late night TV a handful of times, maybe 10 times, right? Different late night TV shows. And you don't tell people until you finish. And they tape around like 3 and 3 in the afternoon. So you make sure you're on, and then around 5, you tell people, "Hey, I'm on tonight." Yeah.
And they went well. The first
it went well, yeah. And the people are always like, "How come you didn't tell us?" I'm like, I don't want to get bumped. I don't want to jinx myself. Yeah.
That was so crazy when we have friends that have done like Carson, when you had to wait to see if he would motion you over back in the day.
Right.
I think Darren Carter, you know, he was on there with, I forgot who the hell he was on but he got motioned over. I'm like,
oh, wow.
That must have been like, you know.
That's amazing. Crazy. That's amazing.
Yeah.
Shout out to Darren. That's the homie. He's in our class of LA people, you know what I mean?
Coming up. Yeah. Our whole group.
Yes.
DP, I love your bit about names. And speaking of names, last night I was looking for pictures of you.
Mm-hmm.
I found this handsome dude. Then I found this other dude, Dwayne.
Oh, yeah. He actually pronounces it the same, that other guy. And like he writes on his show and people keep congratulating me. And I just get tired. I can't even like muster the energy to correct them anymore.
Yeah. I don't hate you. It just reminded me of your bit about names because he spells it D-E Wayne.
Yeah. It's one of those things where if he pronounced it different, it would help the case a bit. Yeah, I met him once. We don't really know each other too well. It is what it is, but I do think if I came second, I would have like altered my name a bit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But it is what it is. Yeah.
DP Perkins or something.
Right. Exactly. Or throw the middle name in there, something.
No, I don't hate the guy. I just love the bit about you and all your siblings, and they all these crazy names until I got to Skylar.
Right. Exactly. And those names are the real names. I always think, oh man, should I use those names? But those are the names. So
those are the real names?
Yeah, for the most part. Yeah.
Where I'm from, everybody calls each other by their first and middle name. So it's like Donna Faye, Jimmy Ray, Anna Ray, and Elvin Faye. It goes like 14 names of the Boom to Bind, Ben to Bay, the A's and the Rays and the Mays and the Dora Mays and the Holly Mays and I'm sorry, that's where we're from.
Right. I like it though. Wait, is it Kentucky? Where you
Kentucky,
from? Yeah, right. That's what's up.
Did you hear I don't know if you heard the top 10 list tonight was the coolest TV show theme songs. When you were growing up in Boogie Down, Brooklyn, did you have a favorite show?
Yeah, I have a bunch of favorite shows. I guess the best theme song, I know Family Ties is up there.
All right.
You know what I mean? I guess we've known each other for a million years.
Keaton?
Yeah. And then the one with those guys who sings the mighty the Fabulous T-Birds, didn't they do?
Yeah.
I feel like they did one.
Did they do a theme song? They don't do Sopranos, right?
I may be confusing them with someone, but I think I like that one. I like Sanford and Son.
Yep.
Night Court was really had a funky
Night
theme song. I don't know what you guys went with, but Take the Good, Take the Bad, Facts of Life.
Yeah, that was Alan Thicke.
Yeah,
Judy's from Canada. I said that was a Canadian Alan Thicke. Before Robin, his dad. I remember watching Alan Thicke had a talk show. Did you ever see that?
I did. I remember that. Absolutely.
First, he would come out like in leather, doing like a cover song of like a top 10 song. He was like, Jesse is a friend. And he was like, rocking it out. Then he would sit down with his blazer and so, hey, we have
right. That was that little window where everybody got a TV show. Rick Dees had a TV show.
Magic Johnson, everybody.
Pat Sajak.
Yep.
Yeah. It was a nice little window right there. Byron Allen, that's my homie right there.
He's doing okay.
Yeah, absolutely. That's. I mean, I was in his. I've been in his employ for a while.
Okay.
Even though we're on hiatus right now, but yeah.
Yep.
On a game show called Funny You Should Ask.
Funny You Should Ask. That's right.
Yes.
Right. Yeah, he's got an empire. He's killing it, man.
He really is. He
the Weather Channel and
we have a term
Speed
in the hood
Channel and brilliant.
We call it getting to the bag when you can get to the money.
Oh yeah.
He knows how to get to the bag. Yeah.
There's a block of cable shows, like car shows, and if you just do your homework, you'll see they're all owned by Byron Allen.
Oh yeah, I was in a hotel once, and there was like this sort of like destination show, just showing you where to go and like what things to do in different places in the world.
Yeah,
Byron Allen. Yeah, those like he's mastered that. There's a science to it, and he's making he's getting to the bag, and he helped me get to the bag. So I appreciate that.
I need to get to the bag.
Right.
All right, DP, where can they find you, man?
Funny DP on Twitter, DwaynePerkins.com is the website. The shows haven't been too updated because I've been doing mainly Zoom, but now that the world is opening up, my calendar will be again updated and in sync. And I'm Dwayne Perkins on Instagram as well. Yes, and right, my books are on Amazon. Hot Chocolate for the Mind and Zombie Run.
one of my favorite dudes in the comedy business, Mr. Dwayne Perkins, DP from Boogie Down, Brooklyn. It takes two to make it. We didn't even tell that story tonight.
Oh, I know, right? That's my jam. Yeah, my pops is in that video. We'll talk about it. Yes.
Where is he in the video? Where can I stop the video?
He's exactly at. Now, Easy Rock, when I count to three, I want you to get busy. Ready? 1, 2, 3, get loose. It takes two. And then the camera pans over and he's right there at that exact moment. He's smiling.
Was he supposed to have you that weekend or something like that? But he had to do a video shoot. I understand that. You know, Pops, you got your priorities, Pops.
Yeah, he didn't even tell me he was in that video. I had to ask him. I was like, "Are you in the It Takes Two video?" He was like, "Oh yeah." I was hanging out with Jabo and them, and
you're like, "Yeah." He was just... What weekend did you shoot that? Because you said you had the flu that weekend, Dad. All right, DP, I love you, man. Thanks for stopping by.
Thanks, Stevie D.
All right, man.
Thank you, man.
Thank you. All right, we're ready to rock it with my man from back in the day. We used to terrorize the Sunset Strip, and then he blew up, and I had to start stalking him to get him to come back around to the double wide. I love this guy. He's been killing it. And my kids even know who he is from all the memes from Malibu's Most Wanted. And I showed him all the Jamie Kennedy Experience clips, and give it up for my man, Jamie Kennedy. What's up, brother?
Dude, what's up, bro, man? I was just thinking, I was just talking to Jay Davis over in Hawaii.
Who are you talking to?
Jay Davis.
Jay Davis, he's in Hawaii right now, right?
Yeah, so you would be you, me, and Jay Davis. Dude, I do look like I got beat the double wide for real.
You're in the right place, brother. You were just talking to Jay?
Stevie, get that Trans Am fired up.
It's in the garage.
Yeah, man. I was talking to him. He's over there, but I just say him because we started together. I think I started first. Then Jay started, then he quit, then he came back. And I think you started with me either a little before or a little after. I'm not sure.
I was before Jay. Jay called me. I knew Jay before he was a comic. I knew him when he was a bartender at the Roxbury. I just texted him a picture the other day. He's behind the bar going like this. I'm like standing on the bar. I used to bring chicks to his bar. He was on the second level and say, "This is my cousin Jay. Hook them up, hook these ladies up." And there's more where they came from. And then I'd go back on the third level. And that was Roxbury. That was before his Miyagi's, when I did a show there. And then he called me and said, "Hey, Stevie D, I'm thinking about starting to do comedy." And I was doing this shitty place it was a good place because I think the people that ran the club still watch. So I love that place. But but I said, "Jay, come in, bro. I'll give you a spot." He came in with a 7-Eleven button-up polyester thing and doing jokes like Sergio Love in my convertible. He was talking like he's from India. "You want a Slurpee?"
How did that go over?
Well, he brought like 14 because he was like a doorman at the Sky Bar or something. So he brought all these chicks. So it went okay.
He started with, dude, Sergio Love. Where is he at?
I don't know, buddy, but you know what I remember today? Sergio and I were
People don't realize the names you're dropping right now.
Oh man, this is good times.
Yeah, so I remember. Okay, go ahead. Sorry.
I remember today. I just remember when Sergio and I wanted to do a little short called the Pimp Daddies, and I had a Trans Am then, a different Trans Am. We had Cat Williams playing the pimp on roller skates, and I would see you started blowing up at Three Kings and Scream, and I was like, "Jamie, do this little cameo for us, bro."
Did I do it?
We were going to shoot it at the Garden of Eden, and I like faxed you. I like faxed a script, and half of it was handwritten.
Wait, Garden of Eden on La Brea and Hollywood?
Yes, Hollywood, La Brea.
Oh, bro, I put in work there, man. Oh, my God. Dude, wait. Can you imagine? Wait, how old? Are you 50 yet?
I'm 50 yet, yeah. And you just turned 50.
I feel like, like I'm still like 23.
We are.
As you know. And we are, because there's got people that are older than us and our age that are still living like high schoolers. And, I'm not going to name them, but, famous and non.
Yeah.
And I'm just thinking of like all of the clubs that we used to go to, not just comedy, but nightclubs.
After
and
our
it
sets,
was
man.
fun.
Yes.
But can you even do that anymore? Forget COVID. Are you allowed
dick if
to
I
be
went
in
to
the
a
same
doorman
room?
Yeah.
Are you allowed to be in the same room as a female?
Well, I am, but my wife is super hot, so I like taking her. We dance.
No, you are. I'm saying, are men allowed to be in the same room as females?
Oh, and ask a girl to dance? I mean, get a lawsuit, Jamie Kennedy.
Well, you don't have to, because you're.
Your ass would be sued.
I'm not a bad dancer, but you're an amazing dancer. So you just start doing your thing, and then Sergio does his thing, and women want to be around you.
No, man.
You can really cut it up. Dude, no, for real. Were you in a break crew back in the day?
But you're this, bro. You're from the boo.
I'm that. I'm the boo. But yeah, so
you got memes, bro. I don't have any memes.
We would do well together if they were open or Garden. God, I miss Garden of Eden, dude. Damn. Dude. Jesus, God, what a good club, dude. I mean, I just had my first lunch today at the Sunset Marquee, bro, which you know all about. Remember when it was the whiskey bar back in the day? And
Jay Davis was also the door guy there.
Yeah, Jay Davis was. I think it was. He worked for Randy.
Yeah.
And so Jay and everybody had the Randy Gerber, Cindy Crawford's husband, one of the inventors of Casamigos. Like, so Jay really did have Sunset wired. So I remember going to like open mics and like starting to like killing it. And Jay's like, "Yo, man, I gotta do comedy again." I'm like, "Dude, I remember you started with me and then you stopped." He's like, "Yeah, tomorrow night I'm gonna show. Watch, what open mic?" And I'm like, "It's blah blah open mic." And then he's like, "All right, I'll roll up." And then he rolled up with like 33 or 40 of the hottest girls from Orange County. He rolled, and I was like, and there were all these girls laughing. It was usually just a drunk, me, you, Al Berman, some dude in the back making, mozzarella sticks. And that was it. And the next thing you know, we had a full ass club on Highland at the fucking Holiday Inn. I was like, and Jay's like, I'm like, dude, anytime. I mean, it was incredible. And the whole scene started changing. I credit you and Jay for making the scene younger.
Well, within a couple of miles, Jay and I rocked the strip from the Laugh Factory. I had Thursdays. He had a night. He had Dublin's Tuesday. I had Miyagi's Wednesday. I had Friday nights with Sergio in the Belly Room. So I didn't want to go too far off the strip because I needed to hit the Sky Bar, the Garden of Eden. I didn't want to be going to fucking Burbank.
Dude, Miyagi's was this bomb. Where is that? Are they gone?
I think it's a Pink Taco or something. I don't know what it is, man. I don't even go to the strip anymore.
Where do you live? 818?
I'm out here I'm out here by the Basses, by the Kardashians. I'm on the poor side.
Listen. I'm sure you're living
same school district.
Dude, it's so crazy. But what I'm saying is I just drove down Sunset and I had a lunch at the Sunset Marquee, and it was cool because it was open. I was like a little paranoid, but it was very limited tables. And I'm just saying, bro, is it gonna come back? Like, it probably will, but it was just bizarre being like, there wasn't a ton of people out, bro. And it was like I had my first like lunch, and it's just fascinating to see, knowing what the strip is, knowing the strip was, and knowing what the strip will see what hopefully will be again.
Yeah, I just saw that you're gonna be at the Ha Ha, and I was doing my thing there once a month when I got back in because I took a long break. But I saw they're doing a show, and you're on Jack Jr.'s show coming up.
Yeah, right? Dude, that's a big. Yeah, Jack just hit me up yesterday, so I'm so excited to do it. I mean, that's one of my favorite places to perform in the world. And you go there, and everybody rolls there because it's just. Have you done
my Friday night there? I do once a month.
I don't think I think you told me, and then I think we're about to shut down, but I'm down to do it.
Okay, let's do it when it kicks back. Yeah.
But it's so good because
Jay does it a lot. Jay Davis does it a lot. So I'm just telling you, I'm married, but I'm just telling you there's incentive.
What's great is you roll in and I'll end up doing 45 minutes on a late night Friday there.
You don't know where to park. You park at a fucking tire store or the Save. I don't know.
I park at a tire store. I park at the tire store.
I always tell Jack, bro, get valet. We're bringing fucking talent to North Hollywood. Spend
But you know
$200
what's
on some valet.
But you know what's good though is that the fact that they waited it out, and they're opening up. That's a sign, man. That's a good sign. And
I like that, man.
You know, that's a beautiful club, beautiful family, beautiful owners. Been in it for 30 years, and that made my heart feel good because if they can do it, I mean, that's a good sign for California. You know, small business.
For sure. Yeah, we love that place. We love that family. Hey, bro, I was showing my son the other day I think it was from the Jamie Kennedy Experience where you posted where you did the lifeguard. Experiment.
But thank you. I know you love me. Jesus.
I love you so much.
The Jamie Kennedy excrement. I mean, Jesus.
Jesus, Stevie. Hold on. You've done a couple of movies, right?
Yeah. You're talking to Jamie Oliver, the chef. So go ahead. So
Jamie Kaler, right? Jamie Kaler. I love all you.
You showed him the pool one?
The pool, the lifeguard was so funny, man. So did you ever get in trouble for doing one of those or one you could not air?
Definitely trouble. I have 3 stories with that. One is I did something in Florida, and it was something with like at a crab shack or something. I was a chef, and the dude threw a crab at me, and you know a crab. I mean, they hurt, especially if they're frozen. And that was the angriest someone ever got at me. Threw a fucking crab at me. He missed.
All right.
But we got him to sign. The only person that never signed is I did a gig. I did one in Pasadena on a golf course. I think it was Brookside. And I was B-Rad, and I kept rapping in the dude's backswing, right? So he'd swing. I'm like, yo, look at that swing, like Phil Mickelson, kind of Sickleson. Don't call him Jack Nicholson, like whatever. And the guy lost it after my 3rd rap, and he threw a sand wedge at me. That was the second item. And sand wedge got a lot on it, you know what I mean?
Oh yeah, dude.
He also missed. He did not sign. We offered him many things. We gave him a week. We offered him a cake. He's the only person, a golfer from Pasadena, the only person in the history of the show that did not sign. And then the third thing is, and I got sued. I don't know if you remember the early 2000s. There was all those scare tactics and punk. And so 2020 did a whole story about Shock TV, and my show was looped in. But eventually, I guess they settled out of court. But a bunch of shows got sued for pulling pranks.
Those shit. So you were before Jackass and
after Jackass. I was like, Tom Green was like wild, irreverent, anything goes comedy. Jackass was more like wild, but also stunt-based comedy. Punk was more celebrity pranks, and mine was like thought, social experiment pranks. So we all were different lanes, but you know, same wheelhouse. And then you got Borat, obviously, which is his own thing, more political.
Yeah. But so I put today, has anybody got questions for Jamie? There's so many like memes that, you know, straight out of the boo. One girl put just hearts. I'm like, that's your question? She said, yes. So just a bunch of hearts. My cousin just said, we named our dog B-Rad.
What kind of dog is it?
I don't know. I'll ask him, man.
Pit bull puppy.
It's got to be a pit.
It's got to be a pit. We go hard up there in the blue with them pits. But, you know, we declare the front.
What do you recognize most for? Is it Malibu?
The Boo, Scream.
Scream, of course, yeah.
Jamie Kennedy Experiment, now Tremors.
You mean Experience?
Some Heckler for the comedy fan. Yeah, Experience.
Get it right, bro.
All that.
So, buddy, I remember back in the day when you, I think it was Bowfinger was your. That's when I'm like, oh shit, he's working with Eddie Murphy and Steve Martin.
Yeah,
that's when you changed your number.
Well, that's when I went.
Jay Davis were texting you.
It was Icon.
Jamie Kennedy.
I was working alongside Icon, and that was incredible, man. And then Heather Graham was becoming an icon, you know, and then you know, and Ron Howard produced it, is also an icon, and then Frank Oz directed, who's Fozzie Bear, and Yoda. So it was like 5 or 6
wow,
just straight up like, legend heads on that set. And I just kept my head down, but and I just talk when people talk back to me, and then everybody was so chill with me. It's not like today, how everybody is like, ooh, they're all entitled.
They got their Instagram, they're posting it on set, and
oh dude,
they're doing TikTok dances on set.
All my secrets from that set are still in my soul, and they won't leave my soul, because you know what? That's the part of Hollywood I come from. All right. There's certain things that don't need to be talked about. It's for us on set. You know what I mean? Remember when Hollywood was like a club?
Yep.
Now it's like everybody wants to come and snitch. I'm not saying sharing stuff isn't bad, but there's straight up snitching going on. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So inquiring minds don't need to know everything, is what you're saying.
No, dude, Garden of Eden? Come on now.
Garden of Eden. We got some secrets from Garden of Eden.
Wait, how about this though? Remember Ledoux, bro?
Ledoux? Of course.
Ledoux would close at 2.
Yeah.
Then you could go to the other room, and somehow that was open till 6. But it was a private.
They locked the doors at 2.
Yeah, they locked the doors at 2.
We would leave the gate on La Cienega, and I'm like, oh shit, everything's closed down. It's 2. I'm like, we're going to Ledoux. No, it's closed.
The gate, dude. The gate. Also, I don't know if we'll blow up the spot, but the Belmont, if you write with the right time, knock on late night hamburger. It's like, this is what I'm saying. We don't have to share all our secrets. You know what I mean? But
my kids don't even respect. We don't even respect what we had going on.
No. It's really interesting to know if you're in your early or mid 20s now, what kind of fun you can have.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yep. We killed it. So Jamie Kennedy.
Yeah, we have fun, and we always have fun, and we weren't doing anything weird. It's just now everything is weird.
Everything's weird. Everything is out there. You got your Instagram, you got your phones, and we were just blowing up the pagers. And then the cell phones came in, the Blackberries, and that was all good,
If you had some shit on me in the 90s, you had to SkyTel page the info to yourself.
I had some shit on me. You rolling deep with some supermodels back in the day too. I interviewed one. Right. I interviewed one, a playmate that you dated. That was my neighbor. You want me to tell? You want me to say her name?
Oh, okay. She's very sweet.
She is.
Love
sweet.
her.
All right.
What show were you interviewing her on?
Oh, it was just some, extension of whatever the hell I'm doing all the time.
We had some
Stevie D experience.
The Stevie D. We had some experiences back. You can't, the Playboy Mansion, that's gonna be shut down, dude. You're not even gonna be able to have that. That's gonna be like a burial ground, bro.
Have you gotten in trouble for any of your past tweets or anybody doing some digging and let's cancel everybody. Let's cancel Pepe Le Pew and Jamie Kennedy. Because I'm like, I put it out there. I'm like, if I haven't offended you, be patient because I'm an equal opportunity offender.
That's hilarious.
Just don't apologize. Don't apologize.
No, I don't. I think I'm pretty chill. You know what I mean? I don't think anything's weird, but the goalposts keep moving. I mean, people just get offended by so much. You know what I mean? So
yeah.
What can we do, right?
The cancel culture. Like, I love everybody. If I'll joke about myself, I joke about everybody. I don't care who's the president, whatever. Like, I love watching the old roast when everyone would just get their ass lit up, but everybody loved each other. They're partying after the show. They got some stories.
Yeah. We can't even talk about it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yep.
Look, everybody that's offended by stuff now would have been offended by stuff in the 90s.
Yeah.
The difference is they just didn't have a Twitter.
Yeah. They didn't have that little the courage, the keyboard.
Yeah.
Feelings are hurt. Anyway, you got a new movie with Jeremy Piven, right, brother?
Yeah, man. I appreciate it. My new movie's called, I got a couple projects. I got Last Call, and that's out now on VOD. And like I say, VOD on the blue states, theaters in the red. And you can watch it now. You can go on like iTunes, but it's in a couple of like different like DirecTV, Premiere and that. And then I'm in The Last Blockbuster. That's also on Netflix. That's
I love that. I texted you the other morning, Sunday morning. I was watching that.
Yeah.
Not even because I knew you were coming up, just because I was just like, oh, it's cool. It's a cool I like to see this.
Yeah, so it's cool. It's a little engine that could, and it's just people are starting to love it, and it's really starting to steamroll. So that's a really cool documentary, and people will learn some history about me that they didn't know, and I love it. But yeah, man, I'm trying to stay busy. Took my first lunch meeting today in a year. Let's see what happens.
See what happens, brother. So good luck with everything, my man, and so proud of you. Thanks for jumping on here, brother.
Dude, I appreciate you, man. Always, you need me, I'm here. I'm just a FaceTime away. Just give me a little warning first.
All right, bro. I did. I posted when it's confusing because with the Zoom and we record but it airs tomorrow.
Yeah.
So I appreciate you stopping by the Double Wide, brother. So
I appreciate it, man. And when I'm not too crazy, we'll do longer, all right?
Let's do that. All right, Jamie Kennedy. Love you, brother.
All right, baby. Love you, Stevie. Talk to you soon, okay?
See you, brother. I'll be sure old school taking us out. Good times, y'all. My man DP, Dwayne Perkins, and Jamie Kennedy. We got some stories. I tried to squeeze them out of him, but he might maybe saving it for the book, or maybe we got to go out and hit the Garden of Eden or something and get some stories out of him. But we got some good stuff, and I hope you all enjoyed that. My man B Rad from the Boo, Jamie Kennedy from the Jamie Kennedy experiment, not experience. But anyway, Judy Sketch. Lewinson, I'm going to learn that hobo song for you on guitar.
Oh, that would be wonderful.
It's scary. Me and the Beeb's going to cover it for you.
Look, Stevie, if you really want to remain friends, you must stop saying these things.
The Beebs.
Stop when you're ahead. I'm going to learn the song.
I'm going to do a mashup. I'm going to do a cover album, of just Alan Thicke songs.
Oh, that would be fun.
It takes different strokes. It takes facts of light and facts and light. You can do like a remix on it.
Oh yeah, if you record them, I'll throw some stuff.
All right, good times tonight. Judy Sketch Lewinson.
Was great episode, lots of laughs, great guests, per usual.
That was fun. That was fun.
Some exciting projects from each of them, so that's cool.
Yeah, good times. Everybody, we're you can find us on YouTube around six-ish
on Wednesdays. Mm-hmm. Just type in the "Come On Get Happy Hour" with Stevie D, and all the episodes come up.
All the episodes come up, all the past episodes.
Mm-hmm. And we're on Facebook.
Number one song of TV theme songs was the Jeffersons, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Feast on lie in the kitchen. That's the jam. And also look for us on Facebook on Stevie D and his so-called friends page. And any upcoming gigs, if the clubs open up, will be on there posted. Clips from this, highlights. The whole episode will be up starting at 6 p.m. tomorrow, Wednesday, March 20 something.
Right. 2021.
Yeah, 2021.
And
all right, everybody. Thanks for
watching. But in our comment section, leave who you want us to have as guests and other top 10 lists you want us to do. That'd be great to hear too.
Yeah, if you like top 10 or you got some guests, comics, rock stars. If I can't get to them, I may know someone that can get to them. We can stalk them.
We'll just yell outside their windows. It's good. Good times.
Keep
I think that's the unofficial drinking word today. Good times.
Good times. Good times. Spirit word. It's a spirit word.
Spirit word. There you go. Spirit words. Spirit words.
You notice I toned that down a little bit, the whole drinking word thing.
You know what? Tone it down so we can turn it up. I love it.
We gotta do subliminal stuff.
Mm-hmm.
All right, everybody. Thank you so much, Judy Sketch Lewinson. Everybody, thank you for watching. Take us out with something funky. Old school.
We go.
Let me take you back in time. You're in the mix with IAmJudiLew. You're in the mix with IAmJudiLew.